Hey, y'all. I'm here. I'm sorry I'm so late. I had an ordeal with my eyelash, and then I had another issue with my earrings. Again, I'll tell y'all in a second. I got to plug in the computer and then get my gloves. So, hey, hold up. Oh my God. Eclipse time. Seriously. And it was all going so well until the eyelash debacle. And then, uh, and then the earring thing happened. Okay, so uh I was getting ready, and it's not unusual for one eyelash to not cooperate. That is a pretty normal thing if you get any kind of fake eyelashes going on. Anybody who wears fake eyelashes will attest to this. One of them always goes wonky. One of them goes on great, one of them goes on wonky. Always 100%. You never know which one. It's always going to be a different one. And even if you think you get them on right, one of them will go wonky later. This is how it works. So I was buzzing along, doing good. Got to the eyelash part. One went on great, the other went on wonky, and it kept coming off wonky so that I had to keep reapplying it. And that took some time because you have to wait a second. You got to put the glue on. You got to kind of like let it like set up for a minute and get tacky. Yeah, all that. If it comes off in a weird way and your eyeliner gets fucked up, you got to like reapply. It's a whole thing. So it took me like 3 tries to get this one fucking eyelash on. And then once I got that fucker on, I went to pee, and I had put my jewelry. I had pre-planned. Normally I don't. I go fishing around in the jewelry boxes and like last minute. This time I had like set aside my jewelry. I was like, I'm gonna wear these, and where's a good place to put them? On the back of the toilet, of course, on on the tank, because I don't put nothing there. It's gonna be fine. It was not fine. Somehow, when I reached around to get the toilet paper, because my toilet paper is like behind me a little bit, I somehow knocked off the jewelry, and I don't know where one of the earrings went. Like, literally flew off into the oblivion. It is not anywhere to be found. I looked for a good 2-3 minutes, which is why I'm so late, because I was like, I can't lose this. It's a cross. It's a crystal cross like Jesus died on, but it's for my ears. And I was like, I know I gotta find this earring. I cannot fucking find it. It just fucking appeared into the oblivion. So yeah, there's my story. One eyelash is still wonky. I feel it. It's trying to be wonky. We're gonna just keep our fingers crossed. Unlike the cross that I lost. And hope that I it stays on. Oh my goodness. Hey y'all, welcome to the OraCola. I'm RC Cola coming to y'all live here on April 19th, 2023 from Austin, Texas. We're going to be here for about the next hour doing some oracle readings. And if you would like to have your oracle read by a different oracle, put your question in the comments. Make sure you choose your oracle and put it in all caps so I can see it, because I'm very blind and it's just me. And the oracles are listed in the description box below. Yeah, so if you got a question, put it in the chat, choose your oracle. I'll ask the universe what to say about it, and so it goes. So, welcome to the show, y'all. I'm happy to be here. It is April 19th. Like I said, there is an eclipse, a new moon. There's a solar eclipse, not on our side of the world because it's on the other side, but we can't see it, but it's happening. And yeah, it's apparently astrologically a very exciting time. I ain't no astrologer. I just listen to what other people say about it, and I've been told that it's an exciting time. So if weird shit's happening in your life, blame it on the eclipse, yo. Always good to have a scapegoat. Yep. Blame it on the eclipse, blame it on everything else but yourself. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, probably it's all family here this evening. And if you're not family and you're just a looky loo, great. I'm happy to have you. Remember to participate in the OraCola. You must be logged into the chat, which means you must be logged into the Google. Yes, the man must know what you type. So make sure when you type, it's all very, very chaste. And while we're at it, make sure you switch your chat box to the live chat option, not the top chat option, because sometimes they will cut people out. So this is how we're going to do it. All right, let's see. We got Goog. Hello, Goog. Hey, we got Mark. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. PNG. Fuck you. Welcome to the family, everybody. Prance. We got there. We got Lucky 3. Hello, hello. Hi there, Patrick. All right. Excellent. And Carol Jean. Hey, Carol Jean. Hey, Carol Jean, I want to tell you this up front. Uh, I washed one of your earrings that you gave me in the wash, and it's no longer serviceable as an earring. I just want to put it out there. So if you don't ever see me wearing the scissor earrings again as a pair, that's why. It was a total accident. I have the scissor part, but not the hooky part. And I think the other part came off because, that's how sometimes that shit works. So apologies. I got the other. Maybe I'll do a Madonna sometime and do like one scissor and one something else. I got a few one off earrings because, as you know, if you wear earrings, you will lose some in your time. And usually it's just the one. So, oh my goodness. All right. We already got a question. Excellent. Excellent. So I'm going to get started by inviting the universe into our space because that's what we do to start off the show. We have our usual selection of things to invite the universe. If you have your own ritual that you would like to do, please do so right now. But what I like to do first is burn the sacred wood. Just get that tip nice and hot and make sure it's smoking. Yeah. All right. I'll burn that sacred wood. Get rid of them dog farts in the air. I think I need to change his food or this bag is bad because he's been farty, which he normally ain't, and he's been diarrhea-y, which has not been a problem lately. So I don't know what's up. Must be the food. Anyway, TMI. All right. After this, we always ring the bell, let the universe know we're available and ready for them to come and join us if we are so lucky to have them. And of course, they're always with us. So, yes, we're lucky. Lucky indeed. All right. So, we're ringing the bell. And then the next thing we usually do is get rid of any nasty pathogens, either man made or natural. And we'll wave our pathogen wand around. Let this artificial sun take care of the nasties. There we go. All right. And then we've got our dregs, like literal dregs of the Rich Bitch Witch Spray. This could be the last time. Y'all, I don't know if you can see, but it is so, so low. So low there. All right. Here we go. We're going to just like spray. Oh my God. Y'all. Let it be known that on April 19th, 2023, the last of the Rich Bitch Witch Spray was sprayed on the OraCola. It's gone, y'all. It's all gone. This is it. I've been predicting this since I started this show, 2 years ago? That this is going to end And if you go back in time, I'm sure one of y'all that's like got no time on your hands to do anything else will do a time lapse of all the rich bitch witch sprays, like seeing it go down and down and down and down and down. And it's even so historical that my computer's like fans are revving up real hot because it's like, yeah, it's an eclipse moment, y'all. This happened on the eclipse. Let it be known. The rich bitch witch is done. Now, we have a spray in reserve for our next spray. And I think it's only proper that we actually spray it now as a welcome. So, on this eclipse, we have our other spray that was gifted to us by some of y'all in the crowd. Y'all know who y'all are. And yeah, we're going to spray this new abundance spray upon us. Oh, and it smells very different, much earthier, much more earthy than the rich bitch witch. Y'all, this is momentous occasion. Out with the old, in with the new. All of it. Yes. And I have to say, as far as like the rich bitch witch spray being like bringing me abundance, yes and no. I cannot be disappointed with some abundance that I have. Certainly not. I definitely can be disappointed with the monetary abundance that I have, which is not very good. But it's okay. I'm able to survive. I'm able to feed myself. I'm able to feed Apollo. I'm able to do what I need to do. And it's okay. It's fucking okay. I don't need to have that kind of wealth to have the wealth that I do have, which is in friends and abundance of I don't know, affirmation. I don't know. I get a lot of love from y'all that makes me feel good. I have my job. I got my other things that I do. So yeah, I'm rich in a lot of ways. So thankful. Very thankful for that, Rich Bitch Witch. Thank you for your years of service. And it has been years. It has been years. Well, all right. So moving right along, we had a little graduation ceremony there. Our next thing and our final thing that we do is our Florida water anointment, and I'm sure there will come a day in the future when this will run out, and it will be another momentous occasion. But yeah, we have anointed our chakras with the Florida water to cleanse them and make sure they're nice and ready for all of the incoming universe in knowledge that we will get. So, all right. There's your ritual. Oh. I got one more. Hold it. Oh my God. My table is cluttered. Sorry, y'all can't see it, but right now it is way cluttered. I need to do some spring cleaning. It is way overdue. All right. Our final little thing that we're going to do, and it's very special just for tonight, is because tomorrow was 420. Hey, last year we got to have an actual 420 show. And if you have not seen it, you can see it on my channel, youtube.com/channel RC just like all my old shows. Most of them, there's a couple that I've taken out. But yeah, just look for April 20th, 2022 OraCola, and it will be there. And in honor of that, of course, if you got it, you can smoke it. If you don't got one, well, that's fine. And if you're watching this from a like criminal perspective, this is of course a prop, and this is all acting, and we are all having a good time together because this is entertainment. Yeah, and then my eyelash. So, all right. Woo! All right. Yeah. Here we go, y'all. We had a digital diviner. Let me get to that. In a second. Okay. Let me scroll back up and find it. There it is. Digital diviner from France. Uh is the guy that killed himself from Milli Vanilli in heaven? Oh my gosh. Well, that's a very random question, and I don't know. So let's see what Dick Wood has to say. Definitely, of course. You know, here's what I think about Milli Vanilli. When they came out, I was a young person listening to pop music, and I enjoyed their song. I enjoyed their music. I did not have any idea that they was faking it. Now, when I heard later that they was faking it, I was a little bit shocked. Yeah, of course, I was shocked. Anybody was. But here's the real truth. Most of the people that you see doing pop music are not actually singing the songs. Like, they might be singing it on part of the track, but over most of the track is someone who can actually sing. Maybe they can't dance, maybe they's ugly, maybe they's fat, whatever. There's a reason why they ain't actually the person in front of the camera. But this is how Hollywood works. And so Milli Vanilli was just like predictive programming. It was just telling us the truth and letting us get outraged about it and then quietly sweeping it under the rug because who remembers that shit unless you're of a certain age? Nobody. Nobody. Young kids today, you say Milli Vanilli, they're like, who, what, they don't even know the songs. That's how old and in the past and buried that shit is. But let me tell you, I promise you, this is still happening today. And it's happening in front of our face. It's like once we accepted Milli Vanilli, once we said, okay, we get it. We were fooled by them. They wasn't true. Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Shame on us. All of that. That was the man's go, like, let's fine. That was our acquiescence to this shit because a lot of people didn't fucking care, to be honest. I mean, yeah, they got stripped of their Grammy, whatever, bullshit. Big fucking deal. I'm sure they're real sad they sucked the dicks they sucked to get that Grammy in the first place, especially after it was stripped for them, but hopefully they got a good settlement on the backside. So, I just want to say that this has been going on for a long time and it's still going on right now and it's pretty much blatant in your face and now it's going to be AI shit. Like it's going to be some fake AI made up deep fake pop star that's the next big thing. If it hadn't happened already. Like who's to say that any one of these new pop stars from the past like 4 or 5 years has not been just some kind of weird computer program. I wouldn't know, you wouldn't know, none of us would fucking know. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, hopefully whoever the actual soul was who played Milli Vanilli in this pantomime for the masses is in heaven because yeah, they deserve it. You get fucked by the man long enough, you deserve to go to heaven. That's what I say. All right. Well. Ah, I'm sorry. You didn't get the end of the rich bitch witch spray that you thought you deserved. But that's the one you got. So just blame the eclipse. Which smells better, the new spray or the Florida water? Here's the thing, they're all different. So the Rich Bitch Witch was kind of a florally, weird, powdery smell. I actually remember when I purchased this and I sprayed it, and I was like, I'm not into this smell. So I added some other things to it to make it smell a little bit better. I don't know if that changed the properties of it. Maybe that's why I'm not rich right now. But anyway, the smell was just not to my liking. It was okay. But then, the Florida water smells really good to me. I like it's got a spicy clovey smell. It's got a lot of like intense scents. And then the new one that I just sprayed, which I have not sprayed that much. I sprayed it when I got it and I sprayed it just now. So I'm still like thinking about what I think about it, but I feel like it's earthy and leafy and More on the same lines of the spray you've got. Just it's a good compliment. So yeah, I think it's both of them are going to work out well together. Okay. Oh, we got a book of Revelations. For Patrick, did the man really go to the moon? Did the man go to the moon? Okay. Well, I'm still not decided if we went or not. I feel like at least if we haven't actually been there, we've probably figured out how to remote view there and have a lot of surveillance from that avenue. But if you don't know what remote viewing is, look that shit up. They made a movie about it. Hello, predictive programming. Oh, George Clooney was in it. Oh, that made me thirsty. Hold up. All right. So for the Book of Revelation, we got to do this whole shit. That whole random number generator bullshit. My phone is getting old and it's taking a lot of time for it to figure out what to do when I press on the Google. Yeah, it's having a moment here. Okay. Oh, no, it just came. Oh, God. I closed it too soon. Try me again. Come on. There we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. Let's go to a number between 1 and 22 so we can get our verse. Chapter 19. Chapter 19. How many chapters? Let's see. We got. All right. We got 21 verses in chapter 19. How many verses are we going to do? Back up 21. Random generate. 13, 19, 13. Book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 13. For the man going to the moon. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of God. Well, I don't know if man's been to the moon, but God certainly has. And they won that shit in a bloody battle. Yeah, that's my take on this. I don't know if we've actually been there. Like I've said, I made a short about this. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/channelrccola, which you're watching right now. Unless some weirdo from another country is copying it, which happens. It happens. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been to the moon. I don't know what the moon is like. I don't know what that sensation is. I don't know that energy. I just know what I've been told has happened. So it depends on if I believe the man. Do I believe the man in this case? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is whatever's going on, there's some shady shit happening. It's not as straightforward as it's been presented because there's a lot of grift and a lot of money laundering and a lot of black budget shit happening when it comes to outer space. And you cannot exempt the moon landing from that equation. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. All right. Right. The whole Wright brothers and their paper airplane, that whole thing. People say, well, it's just, human ingenuity. We're just all so smart and we can just get there that fast because that's how good we are. No. Have you ever worked in a job you know for a fucking fact it's really fucking hard to get people to work together, especially when their egos get involved or their personal problems get involved. You can't tell me that all of these miraculous inventions that have suddenly appeared on the horizon for us have been the product of just some workaday people getting along together. Oh, fucking hell no. You know that shit ain't right. If it did happen that way, there was some divine intervention because people do not get along. They might for a little bit, they might for a second. A few of them might get along and a few of them don't, and more get along that don't. But overall, people don't get along. They tolerate. And when you tolerate, you don't allow innovation. You know why? Because that means the person that you're allowing to tolerate is better than you. And that is not allowed. No. No. I'm speaking truth, y'all, and you know it. So, oh my goodness. I don't think there was another question, but that's okay. 9:31. Y'all are having a good chit chat. Excellent. Oh my goodness. Oh, you had a tarot and Mark had a digital diviner. Okay, so see, I missed it. This is the thing. I just get sometimes when I change the thing, it changes and somebody had a tarot. Okay. Let me go up. A digital diviner for France. Okay. I'm looking for Mark's tarot. Oh, there's Goog's tarot. All right. May I have a tarot reading for my next school assignment? Last one didn't go so well. Okay. Tarot for Goog for the assignment. I'm so sorry your last one did not pan out, but sometimes you got to just take it. Just got to take it and admit it and just move on. Okay. How to get over it and get on to another assignment that's better. This is what you're asking. Okay, here we go. Ooh, the world. Yeah, so just imagine that you've already won the assignment. This is my advice to you. Whatever you did last time, just forget it. Just don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. You're smart. You're good. You've done this before. This is not going to have any bearing on your social status or your like worth, your self-worth. Hopefully not. I don't know what that is. Some kind of fuzz. Anyway, yeah. So I would say focus on what's good in your world and not worry so much about the goddamn assignment. And the assignment will just happen the way it should. That's the thing. Just be grateful for what you got. Don't be stressed about it. It's going to be fine. You've already got what you need. You're just doing this for fun. And yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter what the final grade is. What matters is what you got out of the process. So yeah, there's your answer. Good luck. I hope you enjoy the next outcome better. I'll put it like that. Okay. All right, we got that tarot done. And somebody had another question. Digital diviner for Mark. What day of the month will the limb fall out of our tree? Well, hopefully not the day you parked your car under it, but we'll see what. Oh God, where'd it go? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put Dick Wood? There he is. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is not exactly the best choice, by the way, because you're asking for a very particular thing. So we're just going to see what happens and I'll interpret it. Possibly. So, yeah, it could happen anytime. I would say if you're worried about it, just avoid the area, or better yet, suck it up, pay the money, and hire somebody to cut that shit down. And if you're dicking with a neighbor or you're dicking with a landlord, fucking do it. fucking do it. You know what's bad? What's worse is if a fucking limb falls on you and you get paralyzed and you become the governor of Texas. That's the worst thing that's going to happen. So, yeah, don't mess with that shit. I would say if you've got the funds, just do it and then send the bill. If you are not able to pay for it, I would get on that landlord or whoever's responsible and just be like hammering them in the face and saying, yes, you need to cut this shit down. It's been too long. So good luck with that. I'm reminded too, because it's funny how when you start storing your shit on media, as you have to when you get a cell phone, because that's how the man sets it up. I don't know what's happening outside. It sounds like someone's dragging some shit. I'm just gonna ignore it because it don't sound like a body. Anyway, yeah, I know. I hear it, Bubba. I hear it, Bubba. Yeah, Apollo hears it too. So anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. I was just gonna say, don't worry about it. I had a fun point, and that fucking thing ruined it. Whatever. Joke's gone. Okay. All right. I think I have gotten back to. Yeah. The branch. Okay. Yes. So I got reminded on social media about a thing that gave me a whole lot of joy. It was a Schadenfreude moment, and perhaps you should not be proud of these moments, but this particular neighbor deserved it. So, um, when Apollo was a tiny little puppy, we had a very bad thunderstorm in the spring about this time, say April 19th, which is why I got the memory. So it must have happened around this time, about 8 years ago, because that's how old Apollo is. And I was still living in the house. And I remember this being a really bad storm to the point where I took Apollo out on the porch, even though it was driving rain. And I was like, let's not be afraid of the lightning. Let's not be afraid of the thunder. Let's chill. And he was fine. He was good. One of the few things he ain't afraid of, by the way. By the way, I did good that time. And so the next morning, I walk outside, and the neighbor who had been just an asshole, such a jerk, uh, his truck, a tree had fucking fell on it and crushed it. And it was a tragic crush. It was not like you can salvage part. No, it was like totaled the fucking thing. And the tree was gone, and every part about it was on their property. And it was glorious. It was fucking glorious. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my whole life. And yeah. Yeah. So there's my little shame, Schadenfreude, but hey, sometimes people deserve it. Ah, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Essential oil for the week for P&G. All right, let's do it. It is the springtime. We need to get some fresh energy into our lives. Let's see what scents. And we got a porticle too. Okay. Oh my goodness. That one's a spicy one. Okay. Essential oil energy for P&G for the week. What do we got here? We got cedarwood fortifies and strengthens. So yeah, cedarwood. If you don't like cedar, that's fine. It doesn't have to be your favorite scent, but I will say that cedar is a really good insect repellent. And if you are going out and about and you don't want to put that horrible chemical stuff on you, the DEET or whatever, cedarwood essential oil mixed in with a carrier, obviously, and sprayed on your skin will repel all kind of insects, and it doesn't smell nearly as awful if you're not opposed to cedar. So cedarwood, It's that time of year when the skeeters are coming out, so maybe stock up on some cedar wood and figure out how to make your little spray to keep the mosquitoes away. There you go. All right, Portical for Goog. What will my Freedom of Information Act request for Lyndon B. Johnson's dick pics reveal? Okay, first of all, I had no idea that you could Freedom of Information Request Act your former president's dick pics. I didn't know that was part of our public record. But if it is, I do hope you get them because I would be curious to see as well. And I hope you would share. I heard he was very hung and he was a very confident man about it. So, yeah, let's find out if that was true or not. All right. 755 pages in the Portical. Which page? 403. 403 for the Freedom of Information dick pic query. Okay. What did I say? Oh my God. I already forgot it. Hold up. 403. 403. Okay, page 403. 403 is coming on up. Oh, 403. Well, you're going to get a picture. It might not be the one you want, though. I would say you're going to be squawking into the wind there. It may come out, it may not, but maybe it won't be what you expect. I feel like this is the thing. Like you're expecting one thing and you get a whole other thing. So yeah, I fucking love this picture. This is fucking hilarious. Like who doesn't want a bunch of horns tooting when they're slinging their pussy in the air? Like this is why you show it, ladies, so you can get them horns tooting. And there's all kind of horns. There's like every shape and size, it looks like. Wonderful. Wonderful. And it's not even obscene. Like, you don't even see any like actual things. The bush is covering it all up. Like the only thing obscene would be the boobies. But yeah, I love it. This is a wonderful picture. Look at them cute little weird heels she's got on too. She's like, yeah. She took off her stockings, but she went and got her shoes because I guess they was walking on gravel or something. Something that was hard. I love it. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Well, I think that was the last of our queries. So I'm going to probably do some tea unless y'all are opposed. But I feel like I do tea the whole time I do this show. That's just me. But whatever. All right, here we go. I got 2 topics in here. Which one are we going to talk about today? Oh, this one's a good one. Detachment. So, full disclosure, I've had this in and out of the teapot for a while. Sometimes I feel like it would be inappropriate to say this is a tea topic because there's really heavy shit going on in the world, but whatever. The time has come, obviously. So, for the longest time, I have been very in tune with what's happening out there, either in the mainstream and in the underground, and just trying to like keep up with all the politics and all the possibilities and all the ideas and all the conspiracies and just, all of it. Just trying to keep up with all of it. But lately, I would say for the past 2-3 years, ever since the last big psyop happened, I've just been a little bit more detached. And I found that it's actually pretty good. And I've been thinking about it real hard and come to the conclusion that it's good to be aware of a lot of the stuff that's happening, but you cannot get too emotionally involved in it because ultimately it don't affect you 100% of the time every day. You got your own shit going on. Yes, it's a macro thing, but on the micro level, there's other things that are precedent. So, detachment. I have tried and found that detaching from a lot of the mainstream shit the man is putting at you is a good thing. Yes. Don't get so caught up in whatever this is. You don't need to go to that protest march necessarily. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter that much. I know that's hard for some people to hear. And I just want to give my love to folks who are very passionate about particular issues and they want to stay abreast of it. Yes, that's where you are in your journey. But I'm just saying, if you're feeling a little tired, if you're feeling a little mm, ennui about it, there's that word, ennui. Uh, maybe it's okay to detach a little bit. Just detach a little bit and then focus on some other shit, like stuff that affects you personally, like day to day. Like maybe start a new routine, a new hobby, a new social group, a new something that is not that outward thing that is making you upset because when you think about it, that is the man. That is the propaganda. That is what the man wants you to be mad about. And he's got all kind of prongs out there poking in different orifices, putting different ideas into different places, making other people mad about other things. It's not just you and your one thing, like, or your five things or whatever, how many things. Everybody is affected by this. So I would just say if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like it is too much to keep up with anymore, and we've all reached that point many times, I promise. Uh, detach. Just try detaching, and it could be anything that you think is detachment. It doesn't have to be any particular one way to do it. Just try to get rid of some of that worry in your life. And I promise you, you're going to find that number one, you feel better. And number two, it gives you time to think about other shit. And that might be more important. So there's my little spiel about this. I've tried to be very vague, but you know what I mean. If you're having any kind of like problems with it, I would get in touch with yourself and then just say, that's maybe what I should detach from. Anyway, just saying, it's a coping mechanism. It's free. You don't have to pay a therapist or buy a prescription. Detachment. I mean, it's what all them MK Ultra slaves do. They just like detach. So figure it out. Oh my goodness. All right, it's 9:49, y'all. It is close to the end of the show, and I did get a lotto ticket. I want to say this. I'm going to say this right now. I bought this ticket not thinking it would be more complicated than the last one I bought. I was wrong. It is way more complicated. So, if you got a question, put it in the chat right now because I'm going to need a good 3 or 4 minutes to do this lotto ticket. And I know it was late. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yep. It does happen with age. You're right, Carol Jean. You kind of get detached from shit. You're like, I could go to that protest march, but I'd much rather stay home and like do something nice for my family. Right? Right? Right. I mean, protest marches are for the young. That's what I say. Go to the protest march if you're young. Do it. It's great. It's fun. You get to socialize. You get to like rah rah rah, get up there, and then hopefully you won't get shot or killed because occasionally that happens. But mostly people go home and then they feel better about themselves for a day, and then they get depressed again. So, uh, yeah, I feel like if you want to have fun in that way, that's great. That's free. You could also pay money and go to amusement parks. You get to put up with a lot of the same bullshit, crowds, assholes you don't like, but occasionally get to have fun. Like there's a ride or there's a speaker or somebody that like pumps you up and you have a good time there. Yeah, there's no water, the food is shitty, all the same shit. Protest marches and amusement parks are very much the same thing. Just one of them requires you to pay an entrance fee generally. So, whatever you want. I advise experiencing both in your life because they're both worth experiencing. Yeah. Best place to go is the voting booth, and that seems fixed too. Of course, of course. It's all fixed. Even with the whole Fox Dominion thing, do y'all believe that show trial? Whatever. Whatever. There's so many fishy things going about, whole lot of shit going on that I did not even bother to click on one article about that bullshit. Not one. You know what I did find interesting though? I did find this interesting. There was a story last week last week. I think it was last week about that dairy farm that blew up, and it was on the news for like literally 12 hours. 12 hours. Maybe 18. Maybe 18. And then it was gone, and nobody ever had any other word about it. So, yeah, it's funny how certain things are always pushed in front of your face, and other things are just like suddenly announced like days later and then ripped away because, of course, they need a record of talking about it. But yeah, they rip it away. Weird. Makes you wonder about the things they don't talk about. Oh my goodness, we got a book of Revelation from Mark. Should I go to college, north or south? Okay, let's find out. Let's see. We got to do a couple of things first. Got to get a chapter in the book of Revelation. So we got 22, 17, chapter 17 has how many verses? 17 has, pages are so thin. 18 verses. All right. So type in 18, 1, 8, and down. All right, verse 8, chapter 17, verse 8 in the book of Revelation for the college, north or south. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they beheld the beast that was and is not and yet is. Okay, well, I'm just saying it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter because the beast is going to come regardless. It's going to be a shit show no matter which you choose, because guess what? College is a little bit of a shit show. I ain't never been. I've just heard about it from a lot of people, and I've been told it's going to be a shit show no matter what. Even if you have a great time with your grades, it's going to be a shit show with your financial aid. It's going to be a shit show with your loans. It's going to be a shit show with some other thing that's happening at the same time. So I would just say, don't worry about it. If you're determined to go, just go with your gut and know that some part of it is going to be shitty. And have fun. Try to have fun. And get that education. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, our guest needs a goddess guidance for tomorrow, please. Okay, Goog, here's your goddess guidance for your guest. Okay, here we go. Goddess for the guest of Goog. Let's see what we got to say about it. This one. Ooh, who is that? Oh my God, we got this one last time. Was it Attain or 2 times ago? This is Persephone. This is the Persephone myth, but a different goddess. Attain. Yeah. You can just screenshot it there. And then this is the other side. Yeah, Shining One, Celtic moon goddess, second wife of Medea. Yeah. I read this shit before. Okay, so it is the new moon tonight. We do have an eclipse happening. This is the second moon in Aries. Like it's just like one of these weird things that just happens because of the Gregorian calendar. But yeah, this is the Persephone myth. So if you remember your hopefully better grade school education than mine, Persephone was the one that went down into the underworld because she ate the thing. She'd stay there 6 months and then she came back up and then she was the spring. So that's why we have winter and the summer. So yeah, I would say that it's gonna be one of those rebirth moments. So think about rebirth. It is the good time to rebirth. It's a good time to do a new like ritual, get rid of an old habit that's no longer serving you, pick up a good habit that is serving you. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to like end the bad, end the old, start the new, start the good. All of that. That's what your friend needs to know. And the rest of us, I think. So, Patrick was born during eclipse. You know, that's a very auspicious thing. It could be either good or bad. You should consult with an astrologer. I ain't one, but if you're born on an eclipse, that's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, for sure. College is a shit show. 100%. 100%. And it ain't even always worth it. So I know a young person might not be in tune with what I might have to say about it, but I'm just telling you from what I understand and from the people that I've met over the course of my life on this earth. Not everybody has to go to college. College is a thing that's sold to you by the man as what you need to succeed, but it is not true. You can go to any number of other ways in your life and succeed and do well. College is a way for you to be very quickly indebted to the man, and he does love that part about it. And a lot of people get sucked into that fantasy. And let me tell you this too. I I just I feel like the education is not as good as it used to be. So you might not even be getting your money's worth and it's inflated so much. So if your heart is set on the college, go to the college. I would strongly advise against taking out multiple loans to do so because you will never be out from under that debt. The man has seen to it. this is a bad idea. If you have the means to go and you don't have to be in debt or you can work your way through it, sure, why not? Do it. Try it out. Fine. But if you're just worried about making money or you're worried about having a stable career or you're worried about any number of things that have to do with the mundane everyday life and not the intellectual hoity-toity there are other avenues to explore, including not necessarily going to college right away. Maybe just going out and getting a job and just figuring it out. Like going out and finding out what I was telling you about all them workers, them coworkers that you're going to be working with. That's a whole zoo of people you got to learn how to navigate around. And let me tell you, honey, that is going to be an education that you don't want to miss. And I feel like if you delay that education sometimes, you miss out. So, yeah. These are just words from me I ain't never been to college. I've talked to lots of people who've been, and I can say for certain I don't regret that I did not go. I don't regret it. I don't have no debt. I don't have no burdens of like intellectual curiosity that like was a dead end. I can read all the same shit that I could have read in college on the internet now. That's the beautiful thing about the internet is that you don't have to go to fucking college anymore to get, there's no gatekeepers. All the information is online. If you can afford an internet connection and you got a phone or at least a laptop, you can find out anything you want to fucking know. There's even YouTube videos from multiple people explaining how it works. This is the best free education ever. Free. I say free. You got to pay for the connection. Whatever. You can stream it from fucking McDonald's. I mean, it's possible to get the free education. If you want the university experience, that's a different thing. You're going to pay for it. And if you really, really fucking want it, try it out. The worst that's going to happen is that you're going to come out of it with a whole lot of debt. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's 10:02, so probably it's time for me to go. But I do have that whole like scratch off thing that I need to do. So I better get to scratching. I'm so glad you love college, Mark. I'm sure that some people have the best time, but I think for a lot of people, and I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm just talking to this mic. I think for a lot of people, it is considered to be a thing that they're required to do, like it's expected of them, but it's not necessarily what they want to do, and so it just doesn't work out the same way. Yep. So many paths. You're right, PNG. So many paths. So many ways to get there. So many ways. All right. So, from what I was told when I read this goddamn giant card, look at this shit. This is not what was advertised in the machine. The machine advertised a very tidy little card like this. This is what I got. Do y'all see how much scratching I have to do? Oh my God. Ridiculous. Okay, so I'm supposed to scratch this part and then only scratch the things that match. This is going to take forever. I'm going to have to wear my fucking readers. And this is stupid. This is stupid. All right. I'm going to scratch off all. I should have pre-scratched this part. It's going to take fucking ever. Oh my God. There's so many numbers. And this is a $2 ticket, y'all. I should have got that dollar ticket that was like complicated, but way less complicated than this one. Oh my God. I'm so upset. Well, it better be a winner. That's all I got to say. If I got to do all this scratching, we better win some money. This is the last of the rich bitch wish spray. If the last of the rich bitch witch does not come through, well, we know. We all know. And if I don't die from the Legionnaires next week, that's good too. Okay. All right. I think I got all the numbers pre-scratched. This is a lot of scratching. If you're into the scratching part of a scratch off, I recommend this game. This is the one for you. If you're not, well, this is not the one for you. Okay. I think I got them all. Oh my God, y'all, that is so many fucking numbers. We're going to be here all fucking night. Look at this. Look at that. Jesus Christ. So the next thing is we're only supposed to scratch off the numbers that correspond to what's on this thing. This thing. Oh my God. Okay. This is going to take, there's no fucking way I'm going to do this. There's no fucking way. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to have to do this later because there's no way I'm going to do this right now. No fucking way. But I am going to scratch off the bonus and see if I won the bonus. Because if I won the bonus, I don't have to scratch the rest off. I know how it works. I mean, of course, I can fucking scan the goddamn thing. That's easy. But yeah, I ain't into all this scratching. Sorry. So we're just going to just cut to the bonus and see what happens. Okay. We got a $10 and $100. Okay, so they didn't match. We did not win. Probably did not win anything on this fucking bingo card. But yeah. We made a mess on the computer. So, yay. All right, y'all. It is time to end the show. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope that this eclipse treats you well and that you get all kinds of new things going in your life and wrap up some things that need to be done. And oh, happy 420. And yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Ugh. Ash. Love y'all. Bye.